Welcome back to Elden Ring. We're starting the episode just outside the coastal cave here in Limgrave, just so I can check the inventory of the nomadic merchant. Oh, there's the island with a Church of Dragon Communion, and I realized that on a clear day, well, somewhat clear, you can even see the Chapel of Anticipation next to Stormvale Castle. The chapel is where we started the game. Come to think of it, we never found out the importance of that place, if there is any. Maybe they just wanted a random location.
You again?
So the merchant doesn't want any trouble, and we need to purchase... I don't think there's any point in purchasing the boluses. Can craft more if we have to. So there are two notes here. So let's purchase both of these.
All done? Well, be on your way then.
Also a pack mule. And next stop is going to be the Morn Rampart, because there is yet another nomadic merchant. We visited the one near the shore, all the way to the south, but not this one. There was even a night cavalry in this location. I believe it was the rider with a glaive.
Trade again?
Sure. Pretty fearsome weapon. So do I need any of these consumables? Maybe one of the shields. We have some great arrows. And ballista bolts. At the same time, we really don't have that many runes. Right, we can come back here later. These are, I think, limited supply items, but at the same time, do we really need medium shields? They're not particularly good either. So I just made another mental note about these items. Maybe we're gonna be back to purchase them, or maybe not. So I wanted to visit Selen at the Waypoint Ruins, but since we do not have any runes with us, handing her one of the texts is not gonna help at this point. We have a couple of Academy Scrolls. What we can do instead is go to the ruins in Liurnia and try to figure out where the Albinuric woman is. We're looking for a cave somewhere to the west. And I think I'm going to need to change some equipment. I've been using the halberd and the dag. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep the parrying dagger. Maybe we'll be able to parry something. So how about the Sacred Mace? What about the Cleaver? That is a vicious weapon. Has a kick. I don't think I want the kick. And I think I'm going to equip maybe the composite bow and some normal arrows. Poison bow and arrows. Yeah, that's perfect. So we also want to check our Ashes of War. The composite bow has the mighty shot. Okay. What about the cleaver, though? Let's try something new. We have a stomp. So these two are going to give us magic damage and also frost buildup. Raptor of the Mists. Never checked out that one as well. Upward Cut, Wild Strikes. Alright, how about these two? Chilling Mist and the Stomp. Sure, cold. Why not? And the dagger is honestly fine. Oh, these two ghastly riders. They never noticed us. Lots of momentum using the axe. Okay, this is gonna take some time getting used to. So do I really want to jump? I want to say no, simply because we've been to the Ever Jail. Somehow I doubt we're gonna find a cave up there. So to the west of the ruins. Somewhere here, maybe? And these poison-spewing land squirts. Can take on the other rider. So looking for a cave entrance. Only a skull and a couple of flowers. That's not what we're looking for. Wait, why am I stuck here? It's a bizarre piece of geometry. Maybe an invisible wall. When the world is this large, I mean, you should be expecting some imperfections. Overall, I'm really pleased with what they did with Elden Ring so far. Oh, this must be it. Cave ahead. And they did not expect a lovable sword. I think they're referencing... yeah, friend. They're referencing Albus and also the Albinoric woman. I'm hoping we're gonna find her here. And we also need a torch. Is that a normal cave? Yep, there is an effigy and everything. An arterial leaf. Somewhat of a strange location for a chest to be in. Next to the beginning of a dungeon. Well, I say dungeon, it's probably a small cave. Well, who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it's not small. Oh. What is that? A miniature demi-human? Maybe just a child? Oh, there's something up here. Still not sure why these are hostile. Okay, and a string. Could use some of these to craft items. Also use some health here. So hold on, I can just climb. Yes, and we managed to loot some hefty bones. Yeah, which is perfect because we honestly needed some of those. Best way to get these, I think, is hunting the bears, the rune bears. Backstepping. Sure. So some cave moss for anyone interested, and... Hey, that is... Wait, what is that? You know what we need? We need to throw a glowstone. And that was a frostbite proc. Some budding cave moss, and what else is there? Fireflies. Yep, obviously not a mimic. The spear talisman. I wonder how powerful that is. So a couple of supplies. And apparently we got ambushed. Yeah, was not expecting. Definitely not expecting that. Were they hiding behind the crates? Probably. That is a dead end, though. Or hold on. Was it really a dead end? I don't think we can climb anywhere. No. I mean, an illusory wall here wouldn't make much sense. The bestial vitality, 10 out of 10 so far. So, wait a minute. Are we meant... Oh, now I see. We looted something above, which means we should probably start... How about here? There's something ahead. Yep, there's something ahead, all right. Can see some messages all the way to the bottom. I don't think there's anything down there. How about... crystal moss? You know, this would be a perfect place for an illusory wall. Maybe not. So the way down is marked with lights. What am I looking at? Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't think we can deal with those. Not with arrows, at least. Is that an ambush? No, there's nothing here. So why exactly is there a wooden floor in this area? Lots of weapons. Throwing daggers, I can see a lot of spears. And speaking of spears, what about the spear talisman? Enhances counterattacks that are unique to thrusting weapons. Standard weapons for soldiers. Yeah, expected as much. So spears made it possible to respond to a ferocious foe with an equally ferocious counterattack. Yeah, I like that approach. And we also have 2 more notes. Wait. This one was from the Whipping Peninsula. So slaying the demi-human mob's leader will cause the rest to lose hope and panic. Okay, that's good to know. So these poisonous creatures are soft where they touch the ground. Poison will cause them to rupture. Okay, that's interesting. You're meant to poison these? The heads of the Stone Digger trolls bear old wounds. Yeah, and everything else we already read. Hey, we learn something new every day, right? So here, I don't think we can do much. Just look at these. I mean, yeah, there's an item. What can I use? Okay, let's throw a couple of these magical pots. Yep, I want to say that worked perfectly. There we go, and we're rewarded with a golden rune. And just where am I? I get the feeling we're gonna die. Or maybe not. We could check. Yeah. So you're not meant to drop down there. How about... the usual messages, soft cotton. Probably use this right away. Even learn a new incantation, the Assassin's Approach. I don't see another platform. Okay, that worked perfectly. Well, almost. Smithing stone. Even more of these. No enemies. Okay. And a lump of flesh. Honestly, it's way too dark. I'm gonna need the torch for this. Oh, I can see another one. Man, a large room. Okay, so just a bunch of these really bizarre crystals. Try pairing. Do I have my dagger for... Oh, it's another knight. Not really tough, honestly. Of course, I say this and I get hit twice in a row. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, we're reading the enemy quite well. Somewhat surprised. And, yeah. Okay, I immediately get hit. So this was the stomp. Just cost frost. Okay. So, new Ash of War. Okay, so I wanted to say this came out of nowhere. I guess it also confirms something we somewhat already suspected. Darrowell was not the only Bloodhound Knight. There's, well, multiple. We found one just outside the Academy gate. Not a place you would expect to find a Bloodhound Knight. Was trying to climb a wall, unsuccessfully, and it would drop down to ambush you. It was, hold on, it was right past the merchant here, this isolated merchant. Didn't get a lot of runes either. I mean, that's hardly a problem these days. Oh, we're back outside. Yeah, that's a grace point. Hold on, before we explore outside, let's go back to the Crystal Cave. Did I miss anything? Why was there a Bloodhound Knight in this room? Looks just like a crystal cave. So maybe there's nothing else to explore. What about the amulet that we got, though? And I say amulet, it was actually a talisman. It was this one. Increases maximum focus points. So we... wait. We only get 7 points? Yeah, that was a bit disappointing. You can't even cast a single spell. Unless it scales. Maybe it scales with your maximum number. If you invest heavily into mind, well, this could be the amulet for you. I mean, the talisman for you. Okay, we don't need a torch anymore. And of course a lily. I think the game rewards you for exploring with these flowers. Oh, it's... So that was an enchanted skull. And a golden rune. There's a player with an enormous trident. That looks like a wicked weapon. Why is everyone dying, though?
Fell tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
We could show her the medallion. Sure. I mean, this is who Albus wanted us to find.
Oh. Do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute, I hope that you will forgive me.
The all-hearing brute.
The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
Sure. After all, this is why we came here for.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erd Tree, in Castle Sol, on the mountain tops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold.
The mountaintops of the Giants. A slumbering wolf's sack. I wonder what's the deal with a wolf here. Maybe she's just mourning. And another rune arc. Right, so the medallion that we have is not going to give us a hint. Hold on, it's probably under key items. We have the Dectus medallion that points us to the fort somewhere in the Dragon Barrow. Somewhere far to the east. And as for the Halig Tree medallion, we have a name. Castle Sol. somewhere in the mountaintops. Right, I guess that is it. I wonder if we need to speak with Gideon about all this.
Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo. Call upon me when needed, and I will fight at your side.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. So Latenna became a spirit ash? The Albinoric. So a rare case of one who chose to become a spirit voluntarily. So she was renowned as a deft magic archer. Having lost her beloved wolf companion, she cannot move from the place where she was summoned. So there's something with Albinorics and their legs. I think Albus mentioned something about his legs soon fading, and he died afterwards. Yep, not much I can say about all this. No idea what to make of all this. We can... So we have 2 points of grace. The cave and, of course, the slumbering wolf shack. I don't think we can do anything for Lobo here. I wonder if people were trying to fight Latenna. Maybe they did. That's why they died. Sure. So next stop is going to be... So hold on, how many runes do I have? 7,000. It's not enough. We have a couple of scrolls. We could hand them to the sorceress or to the Pastor of Vows. You know what we can do? It's been a while since we spoke with Thops the Sorcerer. We gave him a key, and he intended to visit the academy. I should say return to the academy. We can go to the Grand Library. I have no idea if he even made it. Renala is still cradling her amber egg.
Art thou now assured of thy want to be born anew?
Not many options
Be
here.
not alarmed, nor afeared. I would birth thee as a sweeting, fair and fine.
Her asking us not to worry makes me worry even more. And also this lock chest. Maybe we missed a key somewhere. But in all honesty, I feel that we've been through this place with a fine-tooth comb. Could pull the lever. But at the same time, I don't think Thops is going to be here. Well, might as well pull the lever. And use the lift. There was an enchanted knight guarding the way. But I doubt they're gonna respawn. Could check it. Yep, another sea of bloodstains. And that is the main courtyard. You can see the fountain. I doubt Thops traveled all the way here. And if he did, he probably didn't make it. How about we try to reach the lecture hall? And that is the path to the rooftops. You know what? All these enemies. How about a stomp? Flower, some fruit. Could Thops really be here? The debate parlor. No, honestly, I don't see anybody. Maybe on... We managed to access the upper floor, and I remember it was essentially by jumping off. Was it here? I think it was, and now we can just climb up. Right, and we enter through a window. No, Thops is definitely not here. Always confusion. He's got a point. I probably should have recommended that message or voted it up so we can go to the classroom, we can go maybe to the church, but the church was also full of enemies. I don't know, this is all essentially a shot in the dark. Oh, these have the bucklers. And still no sign of Thops. So this was the giant water wheel area. Can't even see. I missed an item. No, it's the Academy Glintstone staff and Thops barrier. So unfortunately our friend didn't make it. What was he doing here? Shouldn't he be inside? Yeah, I think this is one more quest line. We basically somewhat failed. Why would he come here? So we got a spell. Erect a magic force field to deflect spells. Requires 18 points of intelligence. The lifelong pursuit of Thops the Bluntstone. Hold to continuously create barriers. Future generations will learn. They will know the foolishness of the sneering sorcerers who ridiculed this theory, little realizing that it was in fact a discovery worthy of a new conspectus of the Academy. Guess it's too late for that. What can I say? At least, Thops died doing what he loved, researching magic. Was a shame, though. Finally succeeded on his research, only to just perish. Not even sure what killed him. Maybe these wandering nobles. Maybe it was them. Maybe the scholars did. Either way, I guess this is another chapter that is now finally closed. We also have a staff. I doubt we'll be able to equip it. The Academy Glintstone staff. No, we have 2 of these. Only recognized sorcerers are permitted to wield it. Yes, we can sell one of these. And what about the bell bearing? Found upon his perished flesh. Okay, so we have about 9,000 runes. Come to think of it, I wanted to visit Selland so we could try learning some sorceries. Probably cannot use them, but we have all these Academy scrolls. No point in holding on to all of these. Time for a backstab. No idea why the warrior jar is hostile to us. You would think the weapon would be perfect for this. These are slowly backing away. Of course, now that I committed to the fight, he's just using his book. And yeah, look at all these crowns. I think we have 4 or 5 of these. We're gonna sit at the debate parlor of Greyside, then we can just teleport, I want to say directly to Limgrave. We also have this chest here at the Academy. I'm going to hold on. Can add a marker here. Next up, the Waypoint Ruins and Sorcerer Sellen.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
So we already know the sorceries. Let's give her... How about the Conspectus Scroll?
Is that a scroll? Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
Did we just receive some runes? The Glintstone Comet Shard and the Star Shower. These require a lot of intelligence. 6 shooting stars that pursue foes, and a magic comet with a trailing tail. So this is one of the glintstone sorceries of the Academy. Can be cast repeatedly and while in motion. You can even enhance its potency. It is the sorcery of the Carolus Conspectus, the most venerable of the Academy. And the Star Shower is one of the most difficult to master of the Olivinus Conspectus sorceries. Can be cast while in motion. These are going to pursue the target. It could be useful, honestly. Maybe if we get another talisman to increase our intelligence. You never know. Especially with Godric's rune, increasing all our stats by 5. Now that being said, let's purchase the Star Shower. We're gonna need 12,000 runes. And I'm not sure what else I could do. We're gonna need even more runes if we want to visit the Church of Vows to hand in the other scroll. And of course, we have some of the prayer books. Giant Miranda Flower. How about, hold on. We have a lot of these runes. Could use... Yeah, let's use a bunch of these. And 6 of those. Should probably have enough. 13. Yeah, now we definitely have enough. We only needed 12,000.
You wish to continue the lesson? Very well. I have time aplenty.
And there we go. We now have the ability to cast the Comet Shard, provided we have enough intelligence. You know, maybe one day. I think that's it for the episode, though. I think for the next one, we can go back to the round table. See if we can get any more dialogue, maybe from the sorcerer. I mean, we need a couple of runes to buy the other spells, but we're not really in a hurry. Spend so much time without these that I doubt they're gonna make much of a difference. How did... Okay, I think this was the person that died. Oh, you know what? It was the The two trolls carrying the coffin. And if you remember, it was actually the great axe that we looted from here. Really satisfying critical attack. But that is it. Thank you for watching. For the next episode, I'll probably meet you back at the round table. We're going to continue tying up a couple of loose ends. We also have an entire underground river to explore. The Anziel River. Maybe we're going to head there. I bet Gideon Ofnir will have some new dialogue, though. Maybe Nefeli, too. Because we know where the next medallion is. The second half, I should say. No idea how we're gonna get to the mountaintops of the giants, though. I think Latenna said it was somewhere to the north. But that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.